In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get payout, consistent payout with each prop firm every single month. I'm going to show you guys the game plan over here, how I did and how you could start doing this. This 100% works, and this game plan is literally perfect out there if you want to scale up and get consistent payout each month, 10K or higher than that. So as you guys can see over here, I am max out funded with Alpha Future. You guys can see I have 3 accounts with them, fully qualified, fully funded. On top of that, with the equity edge, you guys can see I have a bunch of accounts over here too, not too many. And on top of that top step, you guys can see I have 200K accounts ready here. So I do have a lot of profit accounts. The big part is like, can I manage them? Like, how should I manage them and how can I start getting payouts from them? Having a lot of profit accounts is kind of hard sometimes to start managing it. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can start manage your own profit accounts and get consistently payout. So yeah, let's hop on the chart and let me show you guys how you can start doing this. So basically, what a lot of people do is that they connect all of these accounts into a copy trader and they copy trade like 5 to 10 account at a time. Like, yeah, if you are making consistent money, you're getting consistent payout, that's cool, you could 100% do that. But if you're not making any kind of money, you cannot do that, bro. You cannot risk losing all of your profit accounts. The goal for you should be to hit consistent payout each month, because you don't have more money to rebuy profit accounts. So again, if you do not have a lot of money to just keep rebuying profit accounts, this is the method that you do to scale up with prop firms. So first of all, we're not going to do copy trading. You're not going to connect all of your accounts into a copy trader and you're not going to copy trade them. So we are going to play this game plan that I'm going to show you guys over here to secure multiple payouts each month and consistently. That's the big part. So what I personally like to do is basically like this. So let's say I have a 50K account with Alpha Feature over here. Okay, let me just make it bigger. This video is not gonna have any kind of fancy edits or something like that. We have another 50K account with Alpha Feature. So basically we have 350K account with Alpha Feature. Okay, now these accounts are fully funded. So we are gonna play super differently when it comes to like how we trade evals and how we like trade like fully funded account. So we will kind of like do that. Let me just remove that watermark from there. Yeah, kind of removed now. Let me just remove that chat so it's kind of like not taking our way here. That should be removed, yeah. So let's say all of these 50K accounts over here, all of these 3 are fully funded, okay? Now we have all of these fully funded accounts over here. This is the game plan that I'm gonna do with all of these qualified accounts over here, completely fresh, fully funded. And yeah, so what I call this is a rotation game plan for prop firm accounts. So what is my game plan over here? I'm trying to get at least $1,500 payout on this one, okay? And then the same goes over here, bro. The same thing over here, $1,500 payout over here. Boom, that's like the maximum that I can withdraw in a single time. So 1,500 payout. So if I want to get 1,500 payout on all of these accounts, I need to make 3K. So boom, just like that, I need to make 3K across all accounts so I can request the payouts. Boom, let me just put it a bit lower so we kind of like add the other one. So I have to make $3,000 on this account, okay? Then I have to like kind of do the same over here. I have to make 3,000 over here. Boom. And like I have to, this might be a bit boring video, but bro, trust me, it's worth it to watch it. So we have another 3,000 over here, okay? Boom, just like that. Now this is what I have to have as profit, okay? Then I can request 50% of that, just which is like maximum is 1,500, which is like Alpha Future 0 plan. Boom, that adds up to like I don't know how much, 4.5K in a single month. Now, in order for me to start getting this $3,000 profit target, we do have a consistency rule of 40%, sorry. We have a consistency rule of 40%, which means I cannot make more than $1,200 each single day. So in order for me to get a payout on all of these accounts, I need to have a 3 good trading days, okay? Now this is how we are gonna play out. Let me just put it over here. So I'm not gonna be copy trading all of these accounts. Like I'm not gonna copy trade. So this is how I'm gonna play it. So first I'm gonna take one trade over here, one trade here, okay? Then let's say if this trade was a loss, okay? Loss, now I'm minus like 500. So now I'm minus 500, which is like 1%. So I took one trade on this account, just like that. Now I'm not gonna trade this account again, okay? I'm gonna leave it over there. I'm just gonna go to these 2 other accounts that I have over here. This is a process that takes a bit longer, but the chances of you getting a payout is super high and super consistent. And yeah, I have the zero plan, but if you have alpha feature advanced plan, you can get a payout out up to like $15,000, which I recommend that you do that. By the way, if you guys use code LLcTrades, you get 20% off with alpha feature. Link is going to be in the description for that too. So this is just an example with alpha feature. You could basically do it with any prop firm you want. So over here, so now I'm gonna go take my second trade of the week. Okay, second trade of the week. Now let's say we won this. Okay, this was a win, and now we are up $1,200 because that's like what we target. We're risking $500 and we are risking 1 to 2, a bit more than that. Boom. Now on this account we are up. We are closer to the the payout, like 3K. So now I kind of go back over here. Let's say I take my third trade over here. Like let's say this was a loss too. Third trade, boom, this was a loss. Okay, now I am minus like let's say $500 on this account too. Basically, you guys can see we took total of 3 trades, yeah, over here. So 3 trades, we lost 1 over here, we won our second trade, and we lost our third trade again. So as you can still see, overall the chances of you getting a payout on this account is super high. Now here's the crazy part. So now you're gonna rotate back again. So you're not gonna trade this account again. So you're gonna either trade this or this account that you are in the loss. You're trying to get that out of drawdown. You could trade this one, of course you could do that, but what I wanna do is just like, I know that after a losing streak, there's gonna come like a winning. So if you lost on this, the chances of you winning again is high again. Like it depends on your strategy you trade, and you just have to follow this game plan and see, hope for the best, because in trading you can lose anytime. So let's say we go over here, we're taking our fourth trade of the week. Okay, here, let's say this time we won. This was a win. Boom, just like that, $1,200. So as you guys can see, now we are like 700 up on this account. Okay, we recovered this loss over here that we had, and now we are up on this account. You see? So we're now in profit on this 50K account over here. Now we do the same thing over here. Boom, we take, let's say for example, another trade over here. Let's say we take another win over here, so we make another 2,400. Sorry, 1,200 here. That was a win, which is like our fifth trade over here. So now if you took your fifth trade over here, fifth trade, and it was a win, that means, look bro, how close you are into getting a payout over here. For example, if you take another account over here, like sixth trade, boom, it was a loss, minus 500. So the whole goal here is that you guys can see, overall, okay, you took 6 trades. Overall, this account is so close to payout. You just need like how much? 600 more to request a payout on this, 1,500. On this account, you're only down 1%, bro. Like 2%, sorry. On this account, you're only down $1,000. On this account, you're still up $700. Do you guys understand? Like what I mean over here? So let's say we go back again. Okay, on this account, let's say you take another loss. Okay, so you take another loss. So now you're minus 500. Okay, if you take 700, so now even though if you lost in this account, you will be still up $200. But if my math is wrong, guys, just sorry, but you guys get the concept over here, what I'm trying to say. And then let's say over here you take another trade. Let's say you take a trade, this is a loss too, you're minus $500, just like that. Boom, minus $500. Now how much you need to get a payout? You need $900 to get a payout. Boom. Why? Because if you add this to this, that's like 2,400, and then you needed 600 minus that's gonna be like 900. So if we go over here, let's say you take a win over here. Okay, that was a win. Now you are up in profit of $1,200. So basically now you're recovering from this 50K account that you already lost. Okay, you are recovering. Now this is kind of like a break even, but this account you need 900 to be in to get a payout. On then this account you're only up like $200. So let's say you take another trade on this account, boom, another trade, you just target a 1 to 2. So win, you need 900 to get a payout, so you get a win of like $900, which is like a 1 to 2, you could risk $400. Boom, there's another win, and there you go, bro. You just secured like $1,500 payout here. $1,500 payout, just like that. Payout on this account. You're still, bro, keep that in mind. On this account, you're still up $200, okay? And then on this account, you're still up $200 too. So do you guys understand how I mean when it comes to like playing the accounts in rotation? Do not copy trade them, because it's gonna get you cooked. Let's say if you go lose 4 trades in a row, then you already cooked, bro. On top of that, do not risk too much. Risk only $500 on each trade. So this is the easiest way that I could like show you guys this game plan, how I do it personally, and I'm personally gonna do this. And yeah, you might think like, okay, this 1,400, like this is not that big of a payout. Now you still have a lot of time, bro. Like every single week we have 5 trading days, not like five. Let's say sometimes there's bank holiday, you don't get a setup, but overall in a whole month, bro, you should be able to get a payout of like 3,000, 4,000 easily. The goal is to get consistent payout. Now if you guys do use alpha future advanced plan, so we do have a zero plan over here, but if you guys use alpha, for example, alpha future zero plan, this game plan is the perfect on alpha future zero plan, then you can start making $15,000 each month, bro. You could look, just follow the same plan and then just get 100k or 50k. I would say 100k. So as you guys can see over here, once you get funded, there is no consistency rule. Okay, once you get funded, so you don't have to follow any consistency. All you need is just 5 winning days. That's it, of 150 or $200. So just follow the same exact game plan that I showed you guys over here on 3 account advanced plan of alpha feature. Okay, that's it. That's simple as that. But that's it. This all was for funded. Okay, so this was only funded. So how do you play out when you're in eval? So like how you start pausing this. What I do, it's an eval. If it's an eval, what I do is risk the max loss limit per day. Just it. If you're in an eval, you risk the max loss limit per day you have. So if it's $1,000, you just risk $1,000, and then you just target the profit target that you need for the day. So if you have a consistency, cool, you just target 50% of your profit target, which like let's say if it's a 3K, you just need $1,500 each day. Just target that. The goal is over here. You could copy trade. So over here, we're gonna copy trade 2 account, only 2 accounts. Okay, 2 accounts. Copy trade each time. That's it, each time. You could have, let's say you have like the same thing over here. So let me just copy that so I can just put it over here. Boom and boom. So we just kind of like do the same thing over here, chat. This is just like you get 6 accounts and 2 of it, you just copy trade each time. That's it. So if you take 1 trade on these 2 accounts with your copy trade, okay, that's a loss. You're gonna go on the next one. If you win on this one, you go on the next one, and you just rotate in between them the same way. And then you just risk the maximum loss limit per day that you have, and that should be easier for you to at least like the chances of you pausing these accounts are gonna be super high. So on this top save account, for example, you guys can see. So as you guys can see on this top save account, I'm down like a good amount over here. You guys can see I have 57% win rate. But on this other account, as you guys can see, I'm like up 1,500, 100% win rate. Look, this is what I did. So on this account, as you guys can see, on this account, I took some trades where I lost, okay? Where I lost. And then I wasn't copy trading them. If I was copy trading them, this account balance would have been the same as this one. So on this account, I just opened a position. I played in rotation just between these 2 prop firm accounts because I had a losing streak, so I lost a bunch of prop firm accounts, and I just trying to play this rotation game, switching between prop firms. That's the highest. Like if you do this, you get super high chance to pass evals and get funded and get this payouts. So now I showed you guys like how to do it with alpha feature zero plan. Like this is what I'm gonna do with all of these 3 accounts over here. But the best way to do it is with alpha future advanced plan, because once you're funded, there's no consistency rule, and then on top of that, you can make up to $15,000. That's how you like make those consistent like 10K months with just one prop firm. You could do this literally with multiple prop firm, and yeah, if you have money, okay, if you have money, you could literally do the same thing, bro. You let's say you have another 3 Lucid account, you just copy trade 2 accounts each time when you trade, but just do not copy trade all 6 accounts at the same time. But yeah, if you guys have still any kind of question, anything, just make sure you join the Discord. We have a Discord in the link in the description where we have traders over there. You guys can ask anything. And yeah, we have some good traders over there sending out like trades and all that. It's not a signal, but they send trade ideas, like they communicate with each other. And also make sure to join that. But I hope this video helps you guys. And this is literally the best game plan. And I personally follow this myself.